Let's rock and roll to the float house, brother.
What's this place called? Hey, you got your window fixed.
Yeah. You don't buckle up for safety?
Right. Looking for that float space.
Hey, there it is. Hey, Del.
This is it? Float space?
I found her.
Are you jizzery jazz?
I'm straight percolated, brother.
After you. Yo. Hey, Matt. Good to meet you. You're on the camera.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're live. Right on. We're live. Yellow Elvis glasses and everything. Yeah. Wicked. Cool. Well, welcome.
That's sweet. Thanks.
So the Samadhi tank, it's 10 inches deep, right? There's 1,000 pounds of pure Epsom salt in there. And it's your skin temperature. So if you don't move around a lot, you're not going to feel it. Okay? Basically, the whole procedure, start to finish, is you're going to have a shower. Okay? Then you're going to have a bath. And then afterwards, you shower all over again. The biggest thing that you're going to have to do, if you forget everything else, that's totally fine, right? There's no right or wrong way to float, but most important thing, dry your face before you get in. Okay, it's very distracting if you have water sitting on your face or anything like that. So pull all your hair back, dry your face, get in the tank. And last but not least, don't keep track of the time. Just be here fully. Keeping track of time is my only job. So tank number dose is a little bit different than the first one. Basically the same though. This is called the float cabin. It's the same experience, you know, you shut that door, it's completely dark and silent. Other than that, my final tip for you is that neck tension is very, very common in your first 10-20 floats. And part of the reason is there's so much buoyancy in the water that we don't fully trust in our first few floats. And we contract these muscles that are protecting our chin, and that's just kind of like our little evolutionary trick, you know, protect the throat, right? So trust that you're safe, obviously, at a very core level. Let your head hinge back and just open up completely. Let go of these muscles and you won't get tense.
Time for a float, brother. Here we go.
The float space in Kelowna, BC, I would 100% recommend you check out the float space. Dustin, my man, he will hook you up. In my personal experience, I found it kind of a little bit difficult to get comfortable just floating right on the surface of the water there. But once you get used to it, you kind of go into deep layers of relaxation and meditation. And the biggest thing that I noticed for me personally was the benefits after leaving the float space. You feel extremely relaxed. All the stress and anxiety is gone. It's very easy to be in the moment and present and just grounded. So if you're somebody who struggles with daily stress or anxiety, 100% recommend going to check out the float space. Dustin will hook you up, and it might help in getting you to relax and live a happier, more successful life. Float space, check it out.
You can pretty much just talk about whatever you want.
Talk about whatever I want.
To do with float.
Careful. So for people that have a tough time kind of slowing down or meditating, right, this environment helps bring the body and the mind there naturally, which gives you practice, right? And once you've kind of started to pattern those neural networks for quote-unquote meditation, people find it easier to bring that out with them into their lives, right? So it does become a practice of mindfulness.
And then like I'd feel it, and then I would come back to the physical pain. And it kept like kind of pulling me out, like distracting me.
This is a really perfect example of how we can really look at the tank for what it is. And it's not a technique, like mindfulness is a technique. It's an environment. That's it. So you bring in your habits of mindfulness that you're working on, and you've got this great environment that allows you to get deeper into that practice.
Right.
And then for someone that has a lot of physical pain, that's very noisy in the body, that's where your awareness comes back to, because that's the most important thing that you're kind of dealing with.